Good morning. Welcome back to Bang Saray on a stormy Wednesday morning, and the rain is absolutely torrential. So I was meant to go to Pattaya and have a meeting with a real estate agent about doing some videos for them, but that won't be happening. See the sand in the water there, amazing. So I don't know what I'm going to do today. I'll probably go to the gym. Try the gym out for the first time. I've got to get that exercise up. Thanks everyone for all your awesome comments. There we go, it's a bit more light on my face. Awesome comments on the videos. I appreciate the fact that you enjoy my ride arounds and just my day-to-day travels and looking around and shopping and blah blah blah. It's really appreciated, and everything you've said about the air fryers and coffee machines, I appreciate and read all your comments and reply to all of them. So if I haven't replied yet, boom boom, Bang Saray. Anyway, I'll see you later. Righto, it stopped raining, so it hasn't rained all day, just that big storm this morning. I'm just going to go for a quick ride and show a little bit more of the town, do a little bit more exploring. But so someone, Bill, said, why don't I, while I'm doing a ride around, tell everyone a little bit about myself? And yeah, it's a good point. So righto, my birthday, I was born on the 4th of April 1968 in Sydney on the northern beaches at Mona Vale Hospital. Beautiful area, my parents still live there. Back then I'm sure it was pretty quiet, but now it's busy and expensive being Sydney and on the beaches. Anyway, so I lived there. My parents had small runabouts and boats, and we used to go on pit water and to a place called the Basin, which was just a beautiful part of pit water. And then grew up, started life as a mechanic, did my apprenticeship, working at a Holden dealer. It's an Australian brand that no longer exists, that was under the General Motors arm. And when I left there, I started as an area service manager working for Honda Australia, visiting dealers throughout New South Wales and talking to them about their service departments and how to run them better, and hang on, I'm just going to pull over. How to run them better, how to look after Honda customers the Honda way. I'm just going to show some bars along here while I'm riding along slowly. So this is Beach Road. A couple of bars here. So yeah, worked for Honda for a couple of years, and then a big Honda dealership in Sydney asked me to be their service manager and run a team of 48 mechanics, 5 service advisors, 2 receptionists. Did that, made some good money. And then Volkswagen Group Australia established as a direct factory subsidiary, and I worked for them first of all as an area service manager, pretty much doing the same thing I did at Honda, visiting Volkswagen dealers, talking to them about customer experience and implementing ISO certification, which was a challenge. And then the CEO promoted me into a sales role as an area sales manager. Worked there, got married, had kids, left Volkswagen, went to, which everyone was shocked with, Kia. Worked for Kia Australia as an area manager, and then estate manager, and then on to Peugeot, which no one can believe, but you Europeans will appreciate it, but in Australia it's a very difficult brand, French cars. French restaurants. Seafood restaurants here on the right. And I was lucky enough to be able to host a dealer principal trip to the Paris Motor Show, and that just blew my mind. Well, here's a place that's come recommended. Preacher. I'm not sure whether you can see that. There's a sign up there. And yeah, so that was a good experience. All expenses paid trip. Business class all the way to Paris. Only for a week, but it was fantastic. Came back, divorced, met another girl, fell in love, got married. It lasted, I don't know, 11 years or something like that. And then that fell apart. And in between all that, so I'm going to turn right here. I don't know where this goes. And yeah, after Peugeot, I worked for Kia Australia as an area sales manager, and then promoted to a sales operations manager. That was a good role too. And in the same building was Nissan Australia, and they approached me and offered me a really good package. I worked for them for a few years under an American CEO, quite a young guy and very dynamic. And wow, he had a target, and we were going to hit that target regardless of the consequences, and the consequences were burning out staff, really bad relationships with dealers, and so forth. Anyway, after that I joined a car care company, and that was my last role, which was national corporate manager for a car care company, and my role was to talk to the manufacturers or the OEMs and get them to sell their product, the product that I was promoting with their brand on it as a general accessory. So I did that for 5 years and did really well with that. And then after I picked up all the manufacturers, they made my role redundant, and I couldn't be happier. The role was that stressful for me. I was on a plane every week, just about. I ended up moving to Queensland for a job, lived on the Gold Coast for a while, but all those manufacturers were based in Sydney and Melbourne or Adelaide, so a lot of flying, and in the end I was just tired of it. And then a lot of in-house battles, competing with my own staff about selling a branded product for a manufacturer. Or I've been down here, had a look at a condo on the right, and anyway, yeah, when I got the phone call in July last year, after spending 2 weeks in Koh Samui in June, I kind of hoped that I'd be made redundant, and sure enough, the COO called me the second week of July and said, "Jason, we're sorry, but we're going to make you redundant." And I think he was very surprised by my reaction. Almost reached down the phone and hugged him and thanked him. Anyway, got a reasonable payout, and luckily I achieved budget for the year, and just went, you know what, I can go and live in Thailand and not worry about working again for a little while. I was completely burnt out. yeah, so came here and now I'm just living the dream, just cruising around making YouTube videos and enjoying life. The cost of living here is incredible, and I'll tell you, I'm not going to run through my spreadsheet, but I document every single baht I spend, every single baht. And last month, including my rent, which was 8,000 baht, I spent 39,000 baht. That's everything: rent, bills, food, alcohol, the whole lot. But as you know, I'm not into parties and bars, so that's where I save my money. I don't know where I am now. I'll find out in a minute. And what was I going to say? Yeah, so my old place, the Cool Access condo through Sean, the ads just popped up on Facebook. He told me it was 12,000 a month, but it's actually 10,000. So if any of you are interested, flick me an email and I'll put you in contact with Sean. Mal in Vegas, if you were interested in it at one stage, it's 10,000 a month, buddy, not 12. So, I'm just riding aimlessly through Bang Saray. No idea where I currently am. But just a great thing on all the people that have commented on yesterday's video and the one before. There's a couple of expats that live in Bang Saray that are more than happy to meet up and show me around and talk to me about all things Bang Saray. I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to find my way out of here. So you've probably seen this stretch. It's just, I'll show you a bit closer. Fresh fish. Massive oysters there. There's another seafood market on the side there on the right. A couple of them actually. People have been asking about the bar scene down here. Nothing like Pattaya, of course, but there are bars here. I haven't worked out where they all are yet. Let's ride slowly and maybe we'll find them. So anyway, that was a bit about my life. There's a bar here called the Zoo, which is right there. So there's a bar, and just up from it is Niche bar. People in there, a few girls. Lots of places to buy food. Mannequins have changed their dress today. Hello ladies, how are you today? There's another bar there. The Happy Pirate, this one. So there's another bar and restaurant here. La Taverna. Probably mentioned before. My favourite 7-Eleven over there on the side. Plenty of watermelons here. I cut it up for you and make cut it up like that. Someone mentioned this place, Expat Foods. I'll go in there one of these days. The big bowl noodles and steaks. Looks good. I'll go in here one of these days. Boards and check it out. Oops. Leave the horn. Back soon. เป็นอดีตรองนายกเทศมนตรีเทศบาลเมืองสัตหีบด้วยความมุ่งมั่นตั้งใจ You can see all the Thais here in the market. James and I have eaten in there. I'll go back there again one of these days. Just wait for this car to go past. G'day Peter. I think you asked me about renting fishing equipment, fishing rods and tackle and stuff, but here in Bang Saray there's definitely a store and you can buy inside a cup. Just come down a little soy that I didn't know existed. There's a bar here. It's pretty cool. Cleaning it up, getting it ready. Spotted. Muay Thai boxing prep. So there's a Muay Thai boxing ring up there. And these boys are here getting fit and practicing. They can teach me a thing or two. And there's that bar across the road, across the water I was talking about. Pretty chilled out. There's another bar. These are just little soys that I just haven't seen yet, obviously. One right here on the left. There's another bar. That soy's directly opposite the market. Quite interesting. I should be walking around really. I will. I know, I will. check out this supermarket. So I'm inside another supermarket, the one I just showed you from outside, and they've got a cafe and do real coffee. And my iced espresso, I can see. You'd have to zoom in or pause it. 40 baht. And I've got everything in here. Pretty much. Stuff that's reasonably expensive in Thailand are toiletries. So, Nivea deodorant, 109 baht. There's one that's on special for 89. Insect sprays. Toothpaste that's quite expensive. They do have Sensodyne. 175 baht. Listerine, Colgate. Colgate's a bit cheaper. You can get 2 tubes for 169. Big tubes by the look of it. Yeah. Squid's very popular in that stuff. They can cook it for you. Balls in the tank. Another bar here called the Corner Bar, but looks like it's closed. So, another video about nothing, just me riding around. Can't believe some of you guys find it good to watch, but hey, if you like it, I'll keep doing it. For those that don't watch it. It's all good. Degrees at 5:30 in the afternoon. Just sitting there having a picnic on the beach. Guys have got it worked out in terms of lifestyle. I'm convinced. None of this Western bullshit where you got to work just to bloody exist. I'm sorry for you guys that are stuck in, or you guys and girls that are stuck in a situation where you can't get out. Trust me, if I wasn't made redundant, I'd still be busting my balls and stressed and probably drinking too much and all the bad habits that I was in back in Australia. So I'm sorry that if you're in that situation. I'm just very lucky. Don't be jealous. I'm just lucky that I was in a position where I could sell up everything. I had a partner in Sydney and she didn't want to come and live in Thailand, but was happy for me to come here. It's a shame. Such is life. Just got to keep moving on and be happy. Nice here on the right. Quite nice out there on jet ski right now because you've got no sunshine and there's no wind. So we'll hit up Craig. Craig, if you're watching in the building, drop me a comment, buddy, with your contact details. I want to hit you up for a day on the jet skis, if possible, and maybe buy your old Sea-Doo. Anyhow, that's it for today. See what's going on tomorrow.